I'm Tania Clench. I'm a legal director in our restructuring, recoveries and insolvency team based out of London, and I've been with the firm about 3.5 years.
Why did you become a Samaritan?
Well, I was introduced to the idea in the 90s by a very good friend of mine, and he suggested, and he had been a Samaritan probably for about 5 or 6 years in Putney branch, and he was saying, oh, yeah, I think you'd be great, and it's a very rewarding thing to do and all of that sort of thing. So I did think about it, but eventually looked into it probably about 10, 15 years later. It's one of those things where to become a Samaritan, you need to make sure you're at the right space in your life to actually make the commitment, because it is a commitment. The reason I went to do it, I'm very fortunate in my life, I think, and I was very conscious that there are a lot of people out there who are in emotional distress, and it's just giving something back. I know it sounds really cheesy, but there it is. That's what it is, and I've never looked back.
What's it like to be a Samaritan?
It's incredibly rewarding, and I really enjoy it. And I know that sounds very odd because of the type of calls that we take. We don't receive calls from people who are happy and want to talk about happy things. On the contrary, it's people who are distressed, and sometimes they're thinking about ending their life. So, but it's knowing that you're at the end of the phone, and you're providing this emotional support, and it's somebody for people to reach out to and talk to, and it's incredibly important.
Is the Samaritans there just for those who are looking to commit suicide? And what other services do they offer?
No. Samaritans' mission statement is to reduce the number of deaths by suicide. So that's our sort of mission statement. Our purpose is for there to be somebody at the end of the phone 24 hours a day for anyone who is stressed, emotionally distressed. We have a lot of callers on the weekend, for example, who are suffering with mental health problems where their caseworkers, etc., are closed for the weekend, and so they are recommended to call us at times like that. So evenings, nights, weekends, where they don't have access to their own caseworkers. So yes, it's not for people who are on the point of suicide, going through suicide, although we have those calls where we are with callers who are in the process of, and we're there to support. We can't advise, but we're there to support, and in exceptional circumstances, subject to whether they want us to call them help because they're not able to do it themselves because they've had a change of heart, then we're with them until whenever. We also have a lot of instances this year have occurred at train stations where you've had people who've jumped in front of trains. The Samaritans send volunteers out to those train stations for several days after that incident to support any of the passengers who may have witnessed the incident in question, who may be traumatised by it, who may need emotional support themselves. So we provide that service as well. And not only do we take calls, and the free phone number is 116123, so there are no costs for making the call. Callers can get hold of us via text and also via email. And also we see a lot of callers who come into the branches who want to have a face-to-face call. And so we'll support them that way. The other thing that we do, because we can't offer advice, we're not qualified to advise people on what they should and shouldn't be doing. There's no judgment. You take people at face value. But we do have a set of organisations we signpost some callers to. So if they are suffering with alcohol addiction, then we can signpost them to Drinks Aware. If they've got a drug addiction problem, if they're being subjected to domestic abuse or whatever it is, we've got a list of probably about 30 different organisations we can signpost the callers to where they will be better advised, because we can't do that. That's pretty much what we're all about, and it's been one of the best things I've ever done.